Hello, ArtyAliens, and welcome. I am Paul Yatesman. I draw stuff, the results of which are completed sketchbooks like this one. This is sketchbook number 3. So, this one I started 15th of the 4th, 2011 from the looks of it. Basically my alien caricature based on my nickname from high school. Environmental scene. Spiel for a website. I don't know, some sort of tech or steampunky thing here. A bondage, I guess, version of a biker scout from Star Wars from the looks of it, with some Bionic stuff added. Some goat creature. Buyer, so that would be out of the Fantasy Artist Pocket Reference book, so most likely out of this thing. A Klingon, pretty sure that was based off Clem&M or whatever the Klingon M&M piss take is. A Zozzle, again from a Fantasy Artist reference. This is a prehistoric cuttlefish, I think, which I did in a biomechanical style. Creature which was called a Mon, also from reference. This is from a reference photo off the cover of this, off a cover disc of Imagine FX. That's a lady holding a sword. One of my earlier Copic marker attempts. Various random stuff. More reference female form images. A chimera. Surprised I don't date some of these. Candelabra thing. Working on hooves. Pretty sparse in spots. That's a wing based off a insect photo I have, which I attached to this. The Lila, is it? Not sure. That's a very bad self-portrait of my World of Warcraft character, which I haven't touched in years. Another mythical creature. This one's a cat with a snake tail. Again, not dated. A werewolf going "Aroo!" Job. Love I can't read my writing sometimes. Probably says shit job. It's supposed to be a totem or maybe a thunderbird. What do you say? Yeah, it is the thunderbird. I'm hovering over a canyon. Can't see it too well because the Copic marker sketch on the other page has sort of killed things. So that's a squid. I also turned that into an alien's head by rotating it this way and giving it a neck and mouth down here and a few things. There's other animal drawings and building drawings. And I was swatching out my Copics here, I think, before I tried them here. Not that there's much in the colour range because purples or oranges there. And this pencil follows some Copics. This is sort of a picture plant monster. It's supposed to be a bird or a couple of birds together. Some dude, probably very much reference out of a fantasy magazine. My first explorations into anglerfish monster I was developing. I don't know if that made it into this book, but may have. That's off the cover of a book I have. Probably seen. No, it's not off the cover. Now, this is out of one of my reference books on drawing stuff. Playing around trying to draw rally cars. My car drawings are pretty crappy. I should actually spend some time working on that if I wanted to draw lots of vehicles. Exploring shapes. So these are 8 head high dudes. Reasonably muscular. With that some armor. As usual, bad drawing hands. And heads I still get wrong as in size wise. Unless 8 head high people just look wrong. I'm always thinking the heads are too small. Blank page here for whatever reason, probably because of marker. More toying with people. Being an alien, which actually looks a little bit like the dude out of Invincible. Would predate this by ages because it's like 2011. Not that I've got any idea when that cartoon came out originally. A dog eating stuff or leaving leftovers. The Bionic bird ship. I developed it a hell of a lot earlier than that. At least when I built my model out of drawers and polystyrene. But anyway, that's the Bionic bird ship, which is the principal aircraft of the Bionic bird, which is an original character I created back in high school. The choke gun, which came first, the chicken or the egg, who knows? You would actuate this chicken by fire, reload, and they go bagat when it shoots its eggs. Armory stuff, based on photos from a book on a museum I have. Bog standard alien, based off a figurine. One of my crazy rabbits, obviously this one here is a rabbit balloon because there's this dude here holding it on a string. Predator, one of my wacky insects. A foot, reference from a girl called April, who reference photograph. Exploring various dragon components, so horns and ears and scales and faces, eyes and everything. His figurine we saw all the in our previous sketchbook tour. That's what that is. I thought that was a spaceship on its side. It's actually a torch. A spaghetti monster, which you would have seen as the title card image, unless I've changed things since I recorded this video. Figured it'd be a nice touch to have bits of meat falling off the spaghetti monster and seagulls chomping on it like they would if they were following a ship that was chucking fish out the back. Reference image. Oh no, she's got titties. Chunkier than what she actually appears. Playing around with drop bears and other stuff. So we have, that's a silhouette of a flying fox, I think. Drop bears, goat with what looks to be predator mandibles on its head, or unless it's just really wacky ears. Baboon, stormtrooper from a original toy I have. A turtleneck, because we had a turtle in a terrarium. Very bad X-Wing, and that's the Eildon Weir, if I remember correctly. Playing around with silhouettes of birds again. So we have this. Another alien. One of my earlier forays into Copics again. So let's see if I can find the original alien. Yep, so it's one of my first goes drawing an alien, fairly sketchy. And that's trying to draw pretty much the same dude, or the same figurine, but a bit more rendered or coloured. Predator, obviously got no idea about blending at this stage because it's like my third attempt at Copics. What's his costume? Okay, so that's a little thumbnail I did somewhere which led into this. Based on Starship Troopers the movie, but this stuff is based on Starship Troopers the book. Apparently there was another alien species in there which was similar or described as being like that, at least the way I interpreted what it said. So yeah, some dude in a gothic coat with a circular saw as a hand, and he's wearing armored pants. He's in a castle, and he's got biomechanical elements. Probably one of my better attempts at doing an actual hand too. Oink Oink My Good Man, based off the main character from A Clockwork Orange. Shuttlecock-ish type bird. Chook Tank. I'm pretty sure we had something like a cat tank in my last drawing, or my last sketchbook. Another alien and a predator, again based off figurines I have. I could have done like this for my Geiger challenge non-stop, but trying to vary things up and keep things interesting. Another biker scout with not quite biomechanical armor, but that's definitely a biomechanical speeder bike. And some weird flying monkey thing that lives in a spider web, and that's sort of one of my hellbeast things, like it's got the two eyes and the wings flying around. Side view predator. Predator Cobict. I actually still like that after all these years. That's pretty much copy something out of Imagine FX, I am pretty sure. Some attempt at drawing a coat of arms or something. Dragon scene. So dragon, reasonably small horde. He's in a cave. There's a knight for reference size. Gregorian guard, drawn really, really badly. And I think it was going to be something else originally based on the horns and stuff. An alien hiding behind some cacti, so don't know where it's gone now, but I've got a grey alien figurine, and I've got a cactus figurine. So I put them together and drew a really quick still life. Had an idea to draw my kitty, and then I turned it into a Terminator cat. So laser tail, and here's what its feet would look like when they're not covered in fur and whatnot. And there's an eyeball, and then something else. Is another Terminator, I'm assuming. Yep, so I call this C100T. Armor. Reference image is from Peter Levius. So yep, that's where that came from. That's probably where this came from. Nothing on the back because of, as I said, my very first sketchbook tour. Marker. Dragony thing with its food, I guess, and it's going meep. It's probably going to get eaten. Biomechanical Cthulhu. If you've been following my Hey Jago, you get challenge. I redid this this year in March. Was it March? Or was it February? No. Anatomy Challenge was January. Chris Foss was February. Yeah, March was this. Yep, so I redid this one, and rather than doing this here, that was looked like more water. But I still like the original better than the redo, because it's got more detail, and probably because it was done in biro, not pencil. Crab, spaceship of some description, me drawing, and then me drawing another hand, and quite often when I don't get hands right, I decide to make them look things like this. Day 40, so we're having a cake. TIE Fighter pilot, based off a original figurine I have. Because marker. Spaceship, based off one of my original designs. I think that must be watching Star Trek on this day, because that's probably one of the dudes with the big pulsy heads. ArtyAlien with a reference human. I'm sure there was some 60s movies I was watching that was set on the bottom of the ocean, and there was this big canyon, and in the canyon there was a big ass eel which ran amok. Pretty sure the last time I saw that movie was when I was 8, but obviously it's stuck in my head because I drew this sort of thing based on that. As part of my graphic design course, I had to draw something self-promotion-y in Photoshop, and that was one of my thumbnails, which eventually led to that. That's changed, obviously, but that's pretty much the end result of that as a thumbnail. So, just stick that back up. Okay, another predator. I have a couple of these little mannequin-y things. I'd like them to be more bendable or posable, and I should really draw these more. I've got them in my collection, but occasionally I'll draw these things. Here's a girl. Here's another attempt at her. I think a random internet photo. Yep. Heady stuff. Too compact. Exploring possibly a sci-fi scene with dragons and stuff. So we got dragons. We got these insecty things as well. Spaceship. Building. So what's happened here? It looks like something jumped off here and then gone around here and things being chased and stuff. Yep. Skeleton and a rat nibbling on it. That's the plan of that. Another predator, another predator. Spaceship. Supposed to be the derelict out of Aliens. It's totally based off based off memory, which is why it looks nothing like it. Spaceship silhouette. Guy Garishi biomechanical drawing based off memory, but also looking similar to an alien, but not quite. Or if I know, some sort of grown structure-y thing. Some strange alien. Hogs of the Road from Clockwork Orange. Considering that's very sparse. If you know the reference, know what it is. Oh no, not nipples! Reference image. Oh no, not big nipples. Reference image. I think this is when I was seeing if I could design something for a t-shirt. So was it like a vampire with the vampire words, or maybe a skull with garlic and a bottle of holy water? The idea here is the garlic would stop the skull from decomposing. Because according to my vampire lore, you decompose to whatever level you would be at if you had actually died when you got turned. But having garlic in the presence of that would stop you from decomposing so much. Maybe in this case the skin would fall off, but your skeleton would still be there. Various crosses and stuff. I actually did work up something in Illustrator. Attempt at drawing shoes. As I said, bit skinny. Self-portrait, me on a time trial bike. Pretty sure my phone at one point had references of people in poses with no skin to show muscles. So that's this. And I decided to draw a predator nicking off with her skin. Yeah, from iPhone Virtual Pose. I don't think is a thing anymore. Weird biomechanical praying mantis-y thing. More biomechanical elements. Quick and nasty sketch of a sphere. Dragon, trident, spaceship. Something based off a candle holder I have. An alien, I'm pretty sure that's based off the grey figurine I have. A biomechanically themed drawing where I've incorporated IFX, probably a number somewhere into it as well. By what date? This, it doesn't say what day it is. Maybe that's 94 or 194. Don't know, because the 78, don't know. Anyway, biomechanical drawing. Some dude in a military uniform with horns. Freaking nasty. Train armored. What? No? Armored. AT. It's an ST-AT. Pretty sure that's what they called our Star Wars. I had a dream, and there were intestinal worms in there. Intestinal worms. And they look like that. So I drew that. Another Geigery drawing. Pretty sure that's based on like a reference from Species. Jabba the Hutt. I think I watched the old Cthulhu or H.P. Lovecraft movie of some description. Did some sketches while I was watching it. Spaceship coming in for landing. That's either based on drawings I've done or was the base for a drawing I did. Bigger predator. These things are probably a bit small. Another pirate thing. Pirate's got no hands. Dude's controlling the ship. Pirate flag. Saying now it's pirates. If this doesn't give it away. Cover art from a book. Can't recall the author. But I think it's the one where people get invaded. Earth gets invaded, and a couple of people get made immortal, and they last forever, and their teeth go black, and they guide humanity's illusion. Predator from various angles, really bad. Witch, so maybe Wizard of Oz was on TV that day. Another one probably from that iPhone posy thing. That definitely is. Spread of satellite dishes on a hill. Some skulls. This is based off a impasto painting I did back in year 12. Or was it year 11? Probably year 11. I don't think I did that in year 12. Nothing on the back page. Don't know what that is. That's that, yeah. So that is sketchbook number 3. So if you found this entertaining or useful or inspiration for your own works, show me what you come up with, and also subscribe, like, and share. And until next time, you've been watching Stuff I've Drawn with Paul Yateman. Ciao, take care, and happy drawing.